Capricorns, welcome to your timeless love variant reading, where we discuss however love may be absent or present in their life, or you may just be here because you caught a vibe, and seeing whether or not anything within the storytelling time is yours. Please bear in mind a few other details before we get into the reading. I am Master 7th, aka 7th, that reads these energies for you. Should you want to know who she is, what she's all about, and what I have to offer, her details can be found in the description box below. Some insight is that I am a master healer that provides remote wellness and tarot intuitive insights. Bear in mind there are other various links within the description box that help you navigate this channel and gain access to my sister channel. This reading may provide you universal justice if you are here in your sign being in a sun rising and or Jupiter position. Anywhere else, it may be a time where you are seeking emotional redemption, and that's where the content over my sister channel may be of benefit to you. Capricorn, remember that this is not a one-to-one reading. This is a general collective insight. All right? Take the messages however they may resonate with you. Leave the rest behind. Jesus, I was just going to say there's a lot of sadness coming through. You're trying to find your way here with the King of Wands. Three of Swords with a bunch of other shit coming through here. Alright? We're not taking these messages, but I understand, yes, it's a love story. You're figuring it the fuck out. Alright? You really want true love. Capricorn, you are someone that, like Pisces, likes to dabble with darkness. You're the first one to be able to love to have a good conversation about darkness. Maybe you have some really fucking interesting stories. And I think that's also part of what's missing, that you don't have, it comes up in several readings now, somehow, that there's a need and a longing to want to have a deeper connection with at least one person in your social circle, to be able to just exist, you know, no strings attached to existing. And it is what you want. A lot of you had that and still had an emotional longing though, and it came and disrupted the relationship, and you feel like you're back at square one, and that, I think that's the most sad part about you, if you do think you're back at square one, because you're failing to see all the things that you've learned from everything that you've experienced, and that you don't really have anything new to learn if you were to be able to just exist with someone. The only thing that would be different is that you have the time and space to just exist. So there's an emotional illusion happening, more or less like Seven of Cups energy, but deeper than that. It's more existential. It's lacking, the feeling of lacking. Very deep self-deprivating thoughts for a lot of you, to a sorts. And it's not because you want to end things, you want to begin them. But if you end anything now by not showing up, Capricorn, you're ending it. I don't even know if that just made sense. Yet, don't stop. While you have to also stop and keep going. And you need to go some more. And then a little bit further. And then maybe you need to stop again. Maybe you backtrack a little bit. Take a detour, U-turn. K-turn your way out. But what you never did, what never happened, what you think did happen, is go back to square one. In your mind, you're convinced you're back at the beginning at nothing. And what you're doing is you're not being fair to the energy within that has bounced from all these places to places to places to places to places and has something gained for itself. There is a need to be seen and validated. Three of Swords. Altogether, we have Five of Swords energy. You don't see in your world of chaos that you are choosing your way out. Okay? You are choosing your way out. Meaning, if you haven't reached decisions lately or you have a hard time making decisions, it's time to learn to reach decisions. You just need to reach a decision. Just reach a decision. Make that decision. Decision. Decision, decision, decision. Everything that will happen, you know will happen. Everything that won't happen, you may not know won't happen or may still happen. You do not know. And when one says you do not know, it's not to throw insult that you do not know anything. It's that you know, but what you don't know, you're holding against you, is that you know. So knowing is being a weight put upon you, like the Two of Swords energy that doesn't become somehow secure with the decisions that they make or don't know how they're making them. Most of this reaction is done due to traumatic experiences, and then the body reacts even in verbal speaking or non-speaking, how it no longer wants to put itself in a fragile position. Your consciousness of maturity has reached a lot of intervention time with itself. You've put yourself in an intervention mode several times. You stepped into your life and was like, all right, I need to intervene. I've been whining out of control. And you can compartmentalize it. You do understand that something else was the trigger. And then you can understand you're the processing of being the one being triggered. And then needing to reach some sort of emotional maturity around it. You're aware of some version of that formula. That's not what's in question. I do, however, believe conviction and prowess is what's missing. Geological desire to change is going to require you taking your position of possible motion in that direction. Nothing can come out of existence and be strong enough to take you, besides maybe alien technology, and put you in another space and time of dimension. Some of you may have even had that experience. Who knows? Truth is stranger than fiction, y'all. And some of y'all don't read fiction. Three of Cups. Oof. Alright. It's a tsunami, man. It's a tsunami. You do put yourself in very questionable situations, Capricorn. You do know better. In more ways than one, you shape your reality, and you know that. I mean, you really know that. So, you just know it. You put yourself in between people sometimes. You put yourself... Oh. Okay, yeah, alright. Five of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. Sometimes you... I would say unknowingly, but due to me being able to have some form of connection with your higher self delivering these messages, I know your higher self fucking knows better and knows. But there's a version of what the higher self is attached to that's still learning. Okay? And that's part of the life experience. And you more or less can't shape some of the reasons as to why the reality is happening the way it is. And again, that could be induced due to inevitable factors. Trauma of any kind, abuse of any kind, near or far, all right, relative, been able to have had justice about that situation, haven't been able to talk about that situation. Most of you have not been able to talk about the situations you saw yourself being witness to or being victim of, okay? And been able to uncover the truth of that and been dealing with how that impacts how you are participatory in society and how well you feel that you feel safe and seen by anyone within society. Because all that you really are, what you're really good at, Capricorn, is work, all right? You do really know how to separate personal from business, or emotional from business, which is a character trait of yours that allows you to get money, all right? People can latch on to Capricorn energy within themselves or another and find themselves in very opportunistic money matters. Okay, and that's where you are not tied in. You're not tied with lacking being able to get money or seeing yourself putting yourself or seeing yourself in situations that are profitable. Okay. Is there a linear path for you? Oftentimes, maybe not. Maybe there are many different ways that you have ways of streams of money coming in, or maybe you dabble seasonally to get your job, or however it is, you make it work for yourself, and you don't allow anyone to really justify or pass judgment on how you make a living. And that's a swag about you. That is. What is unseen about that swag is the opposite side of that coin. The road you have traveled to have been diligent and quote unquote money hungry, not to be negative, but money hungry, and finding out ways to balance the inner self that feels still in need to be coddled and cherished and hugged and told that they are stunning, beautiful, and handsome. And I was just gonna say, I hate when I can feel that someone has been told the same shit over and over again. Like, it's difficult. It's difficult to then be that person that adds on to that. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. I've been hearing that fucking shit. I can hear somebody's ego say, I've been hearing that shit for forever now, y'all. Like, are y'all reading the same shit, or is it gonna be better? Like, is it what is it, y'all? That's part. That ego dancing back and forth like that is part and due to the fact that you don't have anything privately to help make sense what you take in entertainment matters. Try to understand the difference, okay? Especially from an esoterical reading and listening to tarot's point of view, without it having some woo-woo of unnecessary shit behind it, what it's not. It's very in your face, okay? No matter how strange situations can come up, and no matter how many crazy stories people can share with their experience of tarot, it's also very still in your face experiences, okay? Like, if it's ill-fitting to people, then it's ill-fitting to people. that's okay. But let me tell you, if you probably take a window of those individuals' life, they probably choose some things that are like ill-fitting to some people. So there goes the contradictions. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. You're gonna come out on top no matter what it is that you're afraid that you won't come on top out of, okay? Like, it may look like the way that you anticipated. That's the whole goal, to allow you to not be so fixated to make it look like in a certain way. There's nothing wrong with wanting to affirm what you want something to be. If you're gonna align that with that it needs to look exactly like that, then there's a problem. Because then your attention is making sure that you won't accept it until you lock eyes on it. That's really not how it works. It works with you stating what is, and then more or less the ether comes in with absolutely amazing distractions. And if it's done so well, you're going to be so distracted and focused into what it is that you're quote unquote distracted by. And then all of a sudden, here comes the universe with another distraction, and then it's exactly what it is that you wanted. Funny, eh? Funny how that shit works. Alright, with the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Pentacles is saying you're trying to make sense of the matrix, more or less, okay? And the matrix is a coding. And you can go in the back end of the software and do some SEO work, search engine optimization. Alright, Capricorn, I'm leaving that wherever it is. I'm wishing you a wonderful morning or night wherever you are in the ether of this time and space, and may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.